The MIHIRA, I'm telling you, like, you just set it up, and as long as you don't die, like, it's such a cool card. Drawing extra cards means that you get your power cards more consistently as well. So you get extra war beasts that you just play 3 war beasts and the game is over. And there's kind of no reason for... Sometimes, you know, your opponent just plays triple war beast and then the game is just kind of over, right? Keeping a MIHIRA versus Trundle Tryndamere is not going to be that strong unless I get a bunch of buffs on it. So I think I need them to be in the deck to receive buffs from Hearthguard and Omen Hawk. I don't know if they want to do like a thing where cards of certain rarities are naturally gated to only be able to run 1 or 2 copies or something. Like, if my opponent can only run 1 Mechanic or War Beast, you know what I mean? It can remain strong, but my opponent still has to wait for the perfect time to use it rather than just slamming it down because they have another one in hand. And that was one of the benefits of going to 1 draw, was because you saw less cards in your deck. You weren't just playing your super overpowered power cards on curve super duper consistently. It's like the conundrum with, I'm playing into the Avalanche here because I want the Chime on Esmus. I have Gnar next turn. Oh, wow, they don't have Avalanche. Yeah, playing Gnar here is fine. If they play like Blighted Ravine, I can put the Esmus buff on the Ruthless Raider. They don't have Trundle yet. They're probably just going to wait for me to attack and Catalyst, or they could Catalyst right now. Vengeance, that's fine.
Leave nothing standing.
But it was one of the very subtle design things about keeping Duelist in 2-draw, is that you have to balance around each deck's maximum output, right? And sometimes you open up design space by making allowing decks to be strong but inconsistently so.
These are troll lands.
They have suffered long absence.
Wait, are you on the Duelist design team? No, not at all, Zigtron. No Quietus. I'm taking a big risk here with the MIHIRA. How'd you get so darn smart about video games, by the way? It's just something that I ponder a lot, is really all I can say. I could just slam a KAYLE here, but then they play second Vengeance. There is the open attack option. Hearthguard seems like the most sane take. I think it's Esmus Gnar. Because if they just, like, you know, Avalanche here to clear MIHIRA, I'm pretty happy about that. Because then their Trundle can't block as consistently. And they aren't on, like, Buried in Ice or anything. Icequake. Wow. Okay.
Buried alive.
I wasn't thinking about Icequake. Not gonna lie. MIHIRA did her job, though. This is also a free attack. My opponent gets a value trade here. No, wait, no, they actually can't value trade because I get Pokestick. So they have to take that damage. And even though Ruthless Raider is debuffed, she doesn't count for KAYLE. It's kind of sad. Design is hard to deal with, but you get used to it when you fiddle with stuff for a long time. Exactly. It's about having a wide variety of experiences to draw from. And basically not just going... And it's something that we focus on here in the stream, right? Longtime viewers will understand that I try not to just be super negative about, oh man, this is overpowered, I really hate playing against this. I try to be very specific about how and why things get the way they do. And I know it does come off salty, because I'm a salty Sam, and I fully embrace that. KAYLE is kind of fine. She's not threatening to level, and the open attack isn't super duper good. So I think it's probably just Hearthguard and Goat or something. Or actually Hearthguard Hearthguard, Mountain Goat, Lodestone. I guess we put the Lodestone on the Mountain Goat. That way all 4 of these are buffed and we get 4 credits for KAYLE. KAYLE. Yes, yes. This is a KAYLE, Revna, MIHIRA, big green numbers pile.
Our banner will lead the way.
We're going to pull like this. It covers Troll Chant a little bit more. If my opponent has Harsh Winds, Gnar isn't going to like get completely blown up by the Trundle. And we're going to use the Mountain Goat to buff the Ruthless Raider because 2 HP plus Tough survives the Feral Mystic. And also like Avalanche and stuff. We're going for the open attack because of Buried in Ice, of course. Yeah, if you do exclamation point deck, it'll link to my Runeterra AR profile, and you can grab it now. And I'll make sure to post this after the game is over. Yeah, see, they had the Harsh Winds. So now we just have Avaros and Hearthguard chilling.
Survival through savagery.
Did I ever send you my Gnar Annie deck? No, you didn't. Bruh. Okay. My opponent is doing things. I guess I'll just Pokey Stick. And the dream is that I draw into MIHIRA here. Oh, yeah, baby! Yes, indeed. My favorite card is here, chat. That's the other thing, too, is that Songhai drawing extra card. And they use the Quietus on the Gnar. Oh, no. MIHIRA, Aspect of Justice, buff my board and buffeth my hand.
How frail mortality, how impure and wicked.
And then they play Buried in Ice, and we slam KAYLE and win.
It's good to be the king.
I'm just rewarded for running 3 copies of MIHIRA because I'm not a coward. So I can Tavern Keeper here and still have mana open for KAYLE. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Tavern Keeper to really, really entice my opponent to play Buried in Ice here.
For the thrill.
Oh, they just slammed the Tryndamere? Okay. KAYLE, I buff my board more.
Yet we must show them grace.
Oh, Trondlemeyer. They're just swinging? I was like, you're just gonna swing? Like, bruh. What? Ooh, and I have 1 mana left for this gem I can put on the MIHIRA. This isn't looking good for my opponent. I'm still at 19. I don't have to worry about Atrocity. My opponent is basically like, do I have another Harsh Winds? They used a Harsh Winds and a Flash Freeze and a Quietus and an Icequake. Are we running McHale? No. No. Maybe I could find a way to squeeze in McHale's Crucible. So MIHIRA's going to activate at the end of the turn anyway. So it might be actually better to save this gem to put it elsewhere. Shouldn't we with so many Field Rush? I haven't really thought about it.
Holy fire will cleanse the evil within.
On wings of fire, hope ascends.
But it could be a very cheeky tech. Yeah, to just say, haha, I cleanse the Frostbite, KAYLE still kills you. We gem MIHIRA, which threatens lethal.
Be not afraid.
Glory and light.
KAYLE gets to slay the Trundle. I get to just swing in on... Actually, it's better for me to do it like this, right? Because Ruthless Raider swings true versus most things. Yeah, I like this.
Try me.
But McHale's is pretty sick. I was honestly thinking that 3 Guiding Touch was maybe a bit too much. So I could see myself cutting 1 Guiding Touch for McHale's Blessing. If we get our buffs online, then we're actually resilient to She Who Wanders, right? So that's very unfortunate. Yuumi Fizz, it's Freljord, so they're doing some sort of Starlit Seer thing. How's this deck doing? Good so far. But I haven't played it enough. I experimented with an earlier build that had Braum in it. That was kind of just getting beat up by aggro. And now, like, post-hotfix, I have to, like, reevaluate the list. I wish I handled losing as well as you do. Oh my god, Ball Vizier. I get super salty, so don't think that I'm not above, you know, being the Salt Lord. Man, Ruthless Raider's so strong. I think what I'm gonna do is just chill. Oh, the Esmus draw. Okay, we gotta go for the Esmus. I was thinking about doing a Celestial Blessing on the Ruthless Raider and then hitting MIHIRA with it, but the Esmus is just too good. Do you think if KAYLE was round end, she'd be too strong? The reason she's round start and not round end is so that if she's frostbitten, it expires, and then she's able to level up at the start of the next round. A lot of players were saying, like, oh, I really want, you know, KAYLE to get Spell Shield when she levels up or something like that, or she should just level up immediately with Empowered 11, you know what I mean? And that would just kind of result in people attacking with an 8 attack KAYLE and then using Might to flip her and killing you, which feels kind of rough. I don't even know if that's, like, consistent enough, however. Pablo Arter says, hi, what's up? Could you pass me a very strong deck? I have a lot of gold and I can create any deck. I already bought the Seraphine deck. Yeah, we can go over some, good... We can definitely go over some good, options for, you know, what's a good deck to build. Oh, they actually took the damage. They have a 1-for-1 trade there. I'm kind of surprised. I wanted them to trade away this Otterpuss. But they attached the Yuumi over here, so now they can't attach to Fizz, so I'm feeling pretty good. Prank on the Tavern Keeper is a bit sad, but it is what it is. I guess I'll just play the Mountain Goat. Then we'll Celestial Blessing Esmus or something. Bone Club? Yikes. You get the follow from Pablo. Thank you and welcome. I think it's better to just chump block, right? And then I'll buff this thing plus MIHIRA. So my opponent can play a spell to give Fizz elusive to get the value trade onto Esmus, so I don't think I actually want to attack with Esmus here. They're also in Freljord for Bone Club, and that probably means like Troll Chant and stuff as well. So again, can get pretty muddy. I would like to set up MIHIRA this turn. They can't really punish it.
Leave nothing standing.
Yo, we got 100 bits from Pablo. Thank you, Pablo. Yeah, for sure. After this game, we'll talk about some of the strongest decks in the meta right now. I'm just going to play MIHIRA. We get the follow from Majestic Purple Buffalo. Thank you and welcome.
How frail mortality, how impure and wicked.
The trick with MIHIRA is that you can't... She's not just proccing for herself. She buffs your board and your hand. The value is insane. If your opponent doesn't just immediately remove MIHIRA, the snowball is buck wild. From this position, all I need to do is chump block this nonsense. Another 100 bits from Pablo. Thank you, Pablo. The nightmare is Overwhelm plus, like, Papercraft Dragon, right? Pokey Stick. Actually, I think I take this damage and just block over here. Because I want to save my elusives for when I 100% have to block Fizz, right? And this forces another spell out of them to fix this trade. Can you wear a green shirt one day and have a floating head Scarzig stream? Oh, absolutely. Yep, Flash Freeze. Good, good, good. That's 2 spells out of the way. And now we get to play KAYLE. She buffs, then MIHIRA buffs.
Thy blade now, dear one. Wield it justly. Divine absolution is an end to their agony.
Ooh, you love to see it. And we got the flash freeze. Lord have mercy on my soul. Let's buff you. Let's attack all like that.
Will be done.
We've got flash freeze and divine judgment to back up this play if they have another frostbite. KAYLE's at 11. And then the trick is just for us not to die next turn. We have to save the flash freeze for defense, potentially. But we have Esmus and MIHIRA now. So my opponent's hesitating, right? There's probably a very specific block. Mini Morph! Wow! That was unexpected. That was very, very unexpected. Sure. MIHIRA heals me back up to basically full. We have mana for another KAYLE.
These mortals do not deserve to look upon me.
And then I can gem this KAYLE. And then MIHIRA procs and our KAYLE levels up. We get the follow from Roselia. Thank you and welcome, Roselia Ice.
Holy fire will cleanse the evil within.
On wings of fire, hope ascends!
My opponent's at 1 HP. If I draw a Gnar, I can get a Pokey Stick to kill them. I've still got an Elusive to block this Fizz. My stats are big, big. They have to have a second Three Sisters Entomb for the MIHIRA to clear our path for Fizz. But even then, I just still take the 7 damage from the Fizz and it doesn't matter. The fact that this deck is even running Mini Morph is hysterical to me. It seems like it's a very Goldfish deck where you just want to just hit your opponent and not care about what they're doing. But the Mini Morph is a nod to Aatrox, I suppose. If you Mini Morph Aatrox, it's still a 3/3 with the Darken Blade, right? So as long as they can trade away the 4/4 and get the Darken Blade back, they can still World Ender you. Don't pass me the Twited and Misfortune deck. I have it. What? They just did Three Sisters to not... Okay. Did they at least Fury of the North? No. Okay. Guess I'll heal.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
Oh, you know what? They probably have Playful Trickster. That's probably what it is. They have Playful Trickster in hand. We can play Favorite Artisan here. We still have Flash Freeze. If my opponent does have a Playful Trick... No, they have to Playful Trickster in combat, and they only attacked with Fizz. Never mind. We're hella safe here. We are big chilling. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, yeah, in Lurk Rally, but they aren't in Bilgewater. So they don't have, what's the name?
Be not afraid.
Glory and light!
Be not afraid.
Holy light.
How about another round?
The MIHIRA, I'm telling you, like, you just set it up, and as long as you don't die, like, it's such a cool card. And the thing is like, in terms of satisfaction, it's exactly the sort of card I like, where the reward is super high if you can find the right moment to, like, if you have that good hand read, you know what I mean? You find that right moment to set it up when your opponent taps under. And then the value it gives you by not just buffing your board, but also your hand. Man, there's no better feeling. All right, you've already used 2 Three Sisters and a Mini Morph. Yeah, just don't die. Just win. Yeah, you just don't die, and then you win.